This video is sponsored by Xenia Did That. Hear more about her in just a second. What's going on, guys? It's Tom, or Top 10 Wrestling, and welcome back to another video on the channel. Today, I'm going to be talking about one of the most infamous stables in TNA history. No, it's not Aces and Eights, but maybe in the future we'll talk about them. We are having a look at TNA's attempt at their own nWo. No, it's not the band, it's Immortal. Before we get into it though, this video is sponsored by Xenia Did That, a fellow creator on YouTube, a fellow wrestling creator who I think you guys are really going to enjoy. So here's a little trailer to show you just what she is about.
Hey everyone, my name's Xenia.
Her channel is linked in the top link in the description. I think you guys are really going to enjoy her content. It's really good. I find myself really enjoying it as well. So make sure you go there, make sure you subscribe and show her some support because she's killing it at the moment. And make sure you check out my Patreon, links down below. Also, only a small percentage of you watching these videos are subscribed. So if you do enjoy this video, feel free to subscribe. It's free and you can always unsubscribe. But anyway, on to the video.
Hey, this is your Olympic hero, Kurt Angle. And you are watching Top 10 Wrestling. Oh, it's true. It's damn true.
Leading up to Bound for Glory 2010, aka 10-10-10, Abyss turned heel and claimed he was being controlled by some sort of entity called They. This led to him attacking and kayfabe injuring World Heavyweight Champion Rob Van Dam to make him vacate the title and set up a match between the two for Bound for Glory. At Bound for Glory, Rob Van Dam defeated Abyss in a Monsters Ball match, but there was nothing to be seen of They until the end of the night. A three-way match for the TNA World Heavyweight Championship, Kurt Angle, Mr. Anderson and Jeff Hardy won after himself, Hogan and Bischoff turned heel, and after the match the three celebrated their win and were joined by Abyss and Jarrett, and it was revealed that everyone in the ring, they were they. On the Impact after Bound for Glory, the group announced themselves as Immortal, and they would create a partnership with Fortune, who at the time was comprised of Ric Flair, AJ Styles, Kaz, Beer Money, Doug Williams, and Matt Morgan. And that same month, Jackson James, Gunner, and Murphy would join Immortal. However, one person already was not in Immortal for that long, that being Matt Morgan, as he would challenge Jeff Hardy in the first title defense at Turning Point, which also featured Jarrett defeating Samoa Joe and Fortune beating EV2, and of course Jeff Hardy retaining the title over Morgan. And it was the Impact after this that this title belt was introduced to Jeff Hardy, which I remember very well and I think is very synonymous with Immortal's run in TNA. Before the next pay-per-view, Doug Williams would next turn on Immortal and become face for the first time in his TNA career, and at Final Resolution, Hardy would beat Morgan again, this time in a match where he was allegedly high, and Doug Williams would retain the TV title against AJ Styles. However, it was also just before Final Resolution that we saw some weird, complicated storyline plots take place that saw Dixie Carter file an injunction on Hogan and Bischoff, and Hogan was kayfabe suspended, and this led to Bischoff declaring that Immortal needs to hold every TNA title belt so they have some leverage over Dixie Carter. And that goal would begin when they recruited their newest member in late December, Rob Terry. Oh, no, I'm kidding. That goal would come into fruition at Genesis 2011. Kaz defeated Jay Lethal for the X Division title, Beer Money would win the tag titles from the Machine Guns, and Abyss would take the TV title from Doug Williams, meaning Immortal held all the men's titles. Psych, because Jeff Hardy lost the world title to Mr. Anderson that night. Like, why? You formed this stable by having him win the world title, and 3 months in, the title's gone already. After his only defenses have been against Matt Morgan, one where he was allegedly high. Oh yeah, also on this show, Matt Hardy debuted for TNA and joined Immortal after defeating Rob Van Dam. Then later that month, Fortune turned on Immortal. Jesus Christ, this stable has been around 3 months and already 7 people have left the group and turned on it. So now Ric Flair, AJ Styles, Kaz and Beer Money were all out of Immortal. But luckily for Immortal, they would replace Fortune with someone even more star-studded, as Hernandez joined the group by helping them regain the title at Against All Odds by assisting Hardy in his title rematch against Anderson. Oh yeah, and then in the next set of Impact tapings, Flair turned on Fortune and rejoined Immortal, and then soon after, the whole of Mexican America had joined Immortal. What is going on? This is so hard to follow. At the set of tapings after that, Hogan returned to TNA as he had managed to take control over the company. How, you asked? Not by a revolution, not by overthrowing the powers that be, but in the most punk anarchist way possible, by taking Dixie Carter to court. So Hogan was back and in control of the company, and Immortal was stronger than ever, except for the fact on that same show, Hardy lost the title again to Sting. Great, okay, great. And a rematch was scheduled though for Victory Road 2011 between Hardy and Sting. Oh boy. You know, I've mentioned it so many times on this channel, it's been talked about to death on YouTube. Need I even talk about what happened? Because we all know what happened at Victory Road. Jeff Hardy came out in no condition to compete, and so got squashed in 90 seconds by Sting. The following Impact, it was announced that Immortal had kicked out Jeff Hardy, meaning the group's first member, and kind of the reason the group formed in the first place, and the person the group was built around was out of the group. Bully Ray would join the group in his place, and I'm sorry, but by this point, Immortal was already dead. They were in the mud. They don't have the world title, their main member is gone from the group, and while Immortal would manage to keep titles like Gunner won the TV title and Abyss won the X Division title, less said on that the better, Immortal no longer felt important. They just felt like a big stable for the sake of being a big stable, and they kept on adding members for no reason. In the next few months, Tommy Dreamer joined the group but left the company like a month later. Chris Harris joined for all of about a week before leaving the company. Mr. Anderson joined the group for a month. Matt Hardy, who joined the group in January, was fired from TNA in August, and Kurt Angle joined. And while he did bring back the world title to the group, it was just so random, and it was clearly being done so he could be seen as Hardy's replacement, and it just didn't feel natural whatsoever. Then at the 2011 Bound for Glory pay-per-view, the next big departure of the group took place, as Hulk Hogan returned to the ring to face Sting in a match where the control of TNA was on the line. Sting defeated Hogan, giving the power of TNA back to Dixie Carter, and then Immortal came out to attack Sting, which led to Hogan hulking up, turning backface, and beating up and turning on Immortal. So Immortal had now lost Hardy, Hogan, and ruling power of the company. You know, the 3 main things that kind of made them a strong stable. Also worth mentioning that just a couple days before Bound for Glory, Abyss, another original member, left Immortal. And with that being said, Immortal in the mud. Kurt Angle would lose the world title, and while they would get it back with Bobby Roode, Roode's title reign very much exceeded and overshadowed Immortal. More stuff would happen in the next few months, including Jarrett being kayfabe fired, and at Lockdown 2012, yes, this somehow lasted until then, Eric Bischoff was storyline forced to leave TNA after his team was defeated in a lethal lockdown by a team led by Garrett Bischoff, and Angle was defeated by former member Jeff Hardy, and Immortal was disbanded. Wow, where do we even begin with Immortal? It feels like I have said so much in this video. Overall, it just seemed like TNA were trying too hard. They wanted to recreate the magic of the nWo by creating an anti-establishment massive stable. However, they were anything but anti-establishment, and the constant changing of the faction's roster made it so damn hard to follow. And overall, while they did hold championships, for the most part, their members were just losers and were always losing their matches, especially at Lockdown. They lost every Lethal Lockdown match. I think the Victory Road incident is what ultimately led to its demise, but up to that point, it wasn't really going that great anyway. Immortal in the mud. I've always wondered if a big stable similar to the nWo could ever work again, because we saw the failure of Immortal, we saw the failure of the Nexus, and the current failures of Retribution in WWE. Who knows if a massive faction like the nWo could ever work again? The only thing we've got close is the Bullet Club, which has worked, but in recent years since the Elite left, even that has gone down a bit and they've lost a lot of star power. Anyway, that's it for this video, guys. If you did enjoy, then be sure to smack that like button. This video was so much hard to make. That didn't make any sense. This video was so hard to make because there's so much that happened in Immortal, and I had to kind of fit it in chronologically, and goddamn, what a complicated stable it was. What a mess. But thanks for watching. Like the video, subscribe, notifications on, leave a comment. Check out Xenia did that, link down below, top link in the description. My podcast, Patreon, Twitter, Instagram, second channel, Reddit, also are all down in the description. I'll see you all soon. Goodbye, and keep on rolling.
Things I gotta do, the signs that they just gotta move. Oh Lord knows I ain't being good. My eyes been clouded from the